All right, welcome to the Age of Becoming Moon River Release and Restorative Rest Practice. It's a Friday afternoon, June 11th, 2021. And I am really looking forward to this. We were just saying that it's sort of overcast and drippy, and I am really looking forward to snuggling up today in all of the things. We're gonna need like everything. Okay, so let me just tell you, get you ready in case you need to grab something more. What I've got, what we need, we're gonna need an incline to make an incline, so you can use a bolster, but you could also use a few pillows and then a few fewer pillows, even cover that with a blanket or something like that. And then in addition to that, 2 or 3 pillows or towels. You could, and then you can use, I've got a rolled up blanket. I will tell you, Kathy, that we are ending with not just full on goddess, but what I'm calling super full on goddess. Oh yeah, it's like all the things, all of them. And so it might take a little bit of time, but it's going to be totally worth it to set it up. Oh yes. So yeah, eye covering I'm also recommending, since it's nearly the solstice, so it's pretty light out even though it's overcast. I think that's everything. And depending on what's going on in your space, like Helen, if it does feel cool, you might want to have a blanket, in case, you know how our body temperature kind of goes down a bit once we start practicing. Yeah, excellent. Great. Before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping things. We do have our free community workshop next Wednesday, the 16th from 4:30 to 6. And we are talking about, should we stay or should we go? The transition that we are all in, the choices that we are all making, and this amazing opportunity that we have to intentionally create the lives that we want and really make some clear choices for ourselves. A friend of mine asked me sort of the rhetorical question: if somebody took all the things in your house and put them out on the lawn, what would you happily like go and quickly bring back in, and what would you go, I don't think I need that exactly. Yeah. I love that image for things, but also for activities, for where we're spending our time, where we're spending our energy. So we're going to play with a bunch of different ways into this, and I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope you can join us. Of course, as always, if you can't join us in the moment, you can get on the list and get the recording and all the resources and everything. So just let me know if you want to be included in that. Also, a reminder that the recording for this class will be up both on the Vimeo library for June and on YouTube. We have a playlist on YouTube for the Moon River practices that you can access anytime. And the June classes, which are both the nourishing movement classes and the restorative classes, those are going to be available to you throughout the month of July. So I am going to be traveling, and so I wanted to make sure I left you a little library of things to practice with while I'm gone. And with that in mind, if there is a practice that you remember that you want me to toss into that library, just say the word and I'll put it in there. Okay? Sound good? What else do I want to say to you, my friends? I think that's it. So our theme for this month is this idea. We have this chance to mindfully recreate, to decide what to keep and what to let go. And this week, we're focusing on this quote from the Tao Te Ching. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. When I let go of what I have, I receive what I need. So in our movement classes this week, we've been using as our physical anchor range of motion. So playing with kind of small, medium, and large motion and how that impacts the body. For our practice today, I am inviting range of relaxation. So when I do restorative, my experience very often is that when I get into a shape or a posture, that I have sort of one layer of relaxation. Sort of usually the bigger muscles are the first ones to let go. And then there's sort of the middle range, something else might reverberate and let go. And then there are the little nooks and crannies. And this is what I'm inviting. Not that there's anything to do exactly, but just to notice how your body unwinds itself. And when you start to feel those layers to unwind. Sound good? Like last week, we're going to be in full-on goddess at the end. I am not going to ask you to come out of that. I will come up to the screen at the end of practice. I will end the recording and blow you all kisses, but please stay there as long as you like. There is no need for you to do anything at the end of practice. All right? Okay, awesome. So everybody got their gear, everything they need just in handy, and then I'm gonna put on some music. And so as always, I didn't turn on my lights. There we go. So, so let's just begin right now by noticing any body part that is in particular is speaking to you today. And just bring your attention there. Just begin with where your body is. So for me, in my body, I am noticing my ankle joints and my feet, and I'm noticing my low back. So I'm inviting you to check in with what's happening. And we're just going to have one piece of music that invites us just to move and respond to whatever body part is speaking. Let yourself breathe. And move. Yeah. Putting particular focus on the body part that is most alive, most present. And as you give attention to that part, you might notice other parts lining up for some of your attention. Yeah, now my hips are speaking to me, my shoulders. We've got this sort of light, playful, even childlike sound. And I invite you to let that spirit into your movement. Into really something to doing some movement before we get still. Allowing some energy in, some space in. And you can move as much or as little as you like in this part. Yeah, what feels really good. Nice, you guys. Kind of noticing the parts of you that you may not usually look at, the back of your body, side body. Good. Just give everything a little shake out. So coming into our practice of range of relaxation. So here's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with what I call supported rainbow, which is a side body stretch. So we need two supports here. One for the rib cage and one for the head. So I'm going to use my bolster. I might use an extra pillow on the bolster. So the more support for the rib cage, the wider the stretch, wider the release. So depending on how your body feels, you may want to make an adjustment. You may also want a pillow or a blanket or something for your feet. Your feet and ankles on the side may need a little support. So begin by taking your hip up against this, the rib cage support, and bend away. Inhale. And then come and slide your shoulder between the two supports. So for me, I needed this to be a little higher. Let's actually take two pillows. Yeah. So you want to feel this this is the rainbow, right? From hips to rib cage. And take your top leg. You can leave your bottom leg either straight or bent, but see if you can find some length from fingertips to toes. Here's where you might want something under your foot. And as you exhale, you can bring your arm down. Just do that a couple of times to invite some length in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. And then you can leave your leg long if that feels good, or bring it closed, or knees bent. Stacking knees can work. Then taking a soft fist, give a little massage to the outside of that top hip. Going as deep or as shallow, as soft or as vigorous as you like. You might even squeeze the hip joint a little bit. And then just find a place where you can land in this posture. So it might be with your hand over your arm over your ear. For me, that doesn't quite work on this side. It feels better to me to have it bent and resting. Check into your neck. Make sure it's comfortable. Make sure you have all the support you need. long, slow, deep breaths. Expanding side body. In your mind's eye, allow the ribs on the top to fan open. Playing a little bit with this sensation of the range of relaxation. Notice what lets go right away. And what may be holding on still, that's okay. There's no rush. Notice what happens in your body when you give it time. Another breath or two here. Seeing if you can let go of fingers and face. Now, without moving the props, we're going to take a transitional pose. We'll not hold it very long, but a supported fish. So all you're going to do is roll your body slightly, take your shoulder out from between the two supports, and put the back of your ribs on the support and just open up your heart. Let your collarbones reach. Getting a release across your chest. You may want to tuck your head support so your neck is less extended, but that might feel good. We're not going to stay here very long. We're just going to use this as a transition point, a way of the body resetting from an asymmetrical pose with a symmetrical pose. Then ready, slowly, very slowly roll to one side. And I'm going to show you this, the same thing from behind, from the other position. Taking your hip up to the middle bolster and arc away from the support. And as you exhale, slide the other shoulder between the supports. You can play with the long leg and long arm. Taking a few breaths to create that supported rainbow. Side body arcing over the support. And then taking a soft fist, straight leg or bent leg, give a little massage to the upper hip. And then when you're ready, settling in to a place where you can land, finding a place for your arm. Letting your breath fan out the top ribs. Waist and neck soften. Notice the range of relaxation. Notice what lets go first. It may be different on this side. See what you can get heavy, what you can release, let go of, into the embrace of the supports. Body may yawn or take a deep breath, or it may breathe allowing your breath to be part of the range of relaxation. Notice what's happening in your hands and your feet. Notice the muscles around your knees. Take a couple more breaths. And then as smoothly and as easily as you can, transition back to the supported fish. Sliding your shoulder out from between supports, resting the back of your rib cage on the pillow, and letting your body find a symmetrical T shape. Again, you can support your head or allow your throat to open. Take a deep breath and slowly make your way out. I'm going to bend my knees and gently roll to one side and bring myself back up into seated. And we're going to take our next posture is what I call a nested sleeping swan. So again, we're going to need a variety of supports here. Sometimes this is a pose that's called pigeon pose. So what you need is either a bolster or 2 pillows, something long enough for your whole torso and firm enough to really support you. So begin by having a pillow ready on, let's just say, your right side, and then take yourself into all fours over the supports. And actually, you just need to push it out. I guess you can push that out of the way for a minute. And draw your right knee in toward your right wrist. And then take your support, your pillows, on a diagonal along your right shin bone. Now, my hip actually comes pretty close to the ground, but even so, no matter how close or far, get something tucked underneath the bent knee hip. And then press your hands down, look up, like this is your long swan neck. Look up, and then slowly bring yourself down onto the pillow And slide your swan rings. Tuck your wings underneath the pillow. And I invite you to let your head go to either side. I usually like it to go toward my long leg, but I'm going to stay connected to you guys, so I'm going to look the other way. Now the muscles around the hip are big and strong. So it may take a little while for them to let go. This is why we have this support underneath here, to reassure the body that it doesn't have to hold on. Jaw relaxes. Body softens in its own time, in its own way. Notice your back leg. You're welcome to have it long with knee down and top of the foot down, but that may not feel great for you. You're welcome to turn it on the side, explore other possibilities for that back leg. Notice the sensation of breath moving without making it special or different or any particular way. Simply notice how air moves in and out. into your shoulders. See if there's any way that they might soften and melt down the back of your body. As you're ready, as we did before, we're going to take a transitional pose where we won't stay very long, a supported cobra. So palms right under your shoulders, gently push up, slide your bent knee back, let your hips come down onto the mat, and just feel your elbows right under your shoulders, and center your neck. Maybe give a little movement to your neck. Maybe even push up a little bit. Let yourself reorient into symmetry before we take it into asymmetry again. And gently push your palms down. Bring yourself again into all fours. Taking your pillow to the other side. Gently sliding your left knee now toward your left wrist. Extending your right leg back. And taking your supports along the line of your shin bone. Now take your long swan neck up, look up, and then slowly let the swan neck come into the nest and tuck your wings underneath the support. Side, you can check out the back leg, see if you want it in a different position than it was on the other side. Imagining the long, strong body of a swan. Fully supported and draped inside her nest. No effort. This is a practice of not doing. Consciously inviting the body in its own way to peel off layers of activity, of tension. Allowing the full range of relaxation. past or into the future. And if that happens, if most likely will, invite yourself to choose. Do I want to allow my mind to wander about? Or do I want to invite it here into the sensation of this present moment? Noticing the muscles of your forehead, around your temples, around your ears, and along your scalp. Posture, allowing the soft front belly to be fully protected and supported. It is a way of signaling to your nervous system that it is safe. Simply observing your breath, allowing it to do exactly what it wants to do. As you're ready, we'll transition again into supported cobra by sliding the wings out from under the blanket, under the pillow, hands under shoulders. Straighten out your bent leg. Let your hips land just in front of the pillow and support yourself, elbows under shoulders. And look forward, letting your neck come to neutral. You might look down or look up. Maybe move your head a bit on your neck. And then very briefly, just come back, just push your hips back over your heels just for a moment to release your low back. Take one big breath and then come back to set up for super full-on goddess. So here's what we need for this. We're going to set up the bolster or the incline. So this could be 2 or 3 pillows at your head, or it could be the bolster with 1 or 2, I don't think I need 2, blocks underneath. So creating this really stable ramp. Now, in this case, actually, the higher the ramp, the more easeful this is, the less stretchy it is. And bring yourself so that your hips are right to the base of your incline. Now, begin by having pillows ready for your forearms and hands. So I like to have them on a diagonal so that the longest part of the pillow is going to be there to catch my hands. Now, you could have 2 other pillows for your knees. I'm going to take Baddha Konasana, which is soles of the feet together and knees wide, but I'm going to support it with my rolled blanket. So I like to take the rolled blanket over my feet and have it come up along my hips. Now, some people like to have it come over your thighs and tuck in, or some other variation. You're welcome to do whatever works best for you. But even if you have the flexibility to have your feet together and your knees wide, again, remind the body that it is completely safe and supported by giving it support. Now, I also want you to have a folded blanket or towel and something for your eyes. Just have that so that you can access it. So once your feet are ready, and of course, if this doesn't work for you with your knees out, you can always have your legs long. Get nice and tall, so take your hands behind you on the support, look up, and then slowly let your spine come down onto the incline. Of course, make sure that your head is supported, and take your thumbs to the base of your skull and just gently lift your head up, and then slowly lengthening the back of your neck and place your head down. If your hair is in a ponytail or something like that, you may want to release that so that there's no tightness or pulling in your hair. Adjust your hand and forearm pillows so that they're ready. And now take your pillow or folded blanket and place it over your belly. So take a moment here and just use the weight of your hands to feel this, again, the support at the soft, tender, vulnerable belly. Then take your eye covering, whether that's a t-shirt or a eye pillow or a face cloth. Place it over your eyes and take the heels of your hands over your eyes and gently put some weight there, and then slide your hands down the sides of the eye covering, and then place your hands and forearms on the weighting supports on either side. Super full on goddess. Check out your shoulders and your collarbones. Make any adjustments that you need there. your sternum, your top ribs, your front ribs gently float on your breath. Notice the sensation in the soles of your feet, in the palms of your hands. Let your long thigh bones get heavy and sink down. While your throat and your heart softly bubble up. Notice your thumbs, your nurturing fingers. Simply notice whatever position they're in. Imagine them distributing, nurturing to your whole body. Feeling your whole self completely supported from above, from below, all around. Notice the ever expanding range of relaxation. You are here, safe and supported. And I invite you to stay here absolutely as long as you like. Thank you, friends, for practicing together and for showing up for yourself. Take care of you.